What's going on, everybody? Tonight we are joined by a dude who started a webzine that I've been following for a very, 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 very long time. One aspect of the genre of music that we play is what's fascinating about it is the percussion aspect of it, and we always are in awe watching death metal drummers, and this guy took it to the next level and made it his side hustle to archive all these great musicians that are beating the skins in this genre of music. And tonight we're joined by Ian Macdonald of Sick Drummer Magazine. What's going on, dude?
Hey, nice to be here.
It's inhuman, some of the stuff that we've seen these guys do over the years.
Yeah.
And I understand your fanaticism when it comes, is that even a word? Fanaticism?
Yeah.
When it comes to death metal drumming, dude. Yeah, dude, I'm the drummer right now.
Totally.
But yeah.
You mentioned Sean Malone, so I figured I'd pull this out of the plastic bag I keep it in.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I don't know if you guys know this, or I know some people may, but Sean Reiner and I were friends for 14 years. And on one of the tours I went on with them, they had like 45 of these pressed. And it's a full score for the Kindly Bent to Frias. And I'll try and hold it up where you can see it.
Oh, fuck yeah.
And it's signed by Sean Reiner, Sean Malone, and Paul Masvidal.
Wow.
Damn,
And
that's
it's
sick.
got, just like the score of each song inside.
Oh, damn, that's awesome.
That's really, really cool, dude.
Real limited pressing.
Yeah.
And I keep it in a bag now in a box with my other stuff that I keep in that box.
I would
like
too,
priceless.
Yeah, it's pretty dope, man.
So Ian, we totally didn't say it in the plugs, but where can, if people don't know about Sick Drummer, why don't you give them a little pitch speech and where they can find it on the internet?
Yeah, sure. Sick Drummer started in 2006 and then went to a digital magazine in 2008. Did a lot of digital issues. We kind of slowed down on it recently just because of work and life and the insurgence of video being everything right now. So you can find us on just a regular website, sickdrummermagazine.com, or on Facebook, Sick Drummer Mag, YouTube, Sick Drummer Video, and Instagram, Sick Drummer Mag. Really don't do too much on Instagram, but it's there, and we do post a lot of stuff, but not a ton. Mm-hmm. Most of the stuff we do now is on YouTube, Facebook, and just the website alone. So
you still do like live streams and stuff. There's been times before the podcast is starting, and like there's a John Longstreth live, and I'll put it like in our group. We'll watch it before we go live and just hang out, and it's sick, man. It's really cool.
Yeah, we've live streamed about, I'd have to count, but probably close to 70 guys this year so far. Wow. It's almost over.
Damn.
But yeah, there's a lot of, I've got guys in Florida. I've got guys in, Illinois, California, St. Louis, Toronto, Australia, everywhere. And
who's your California guy?
Anton Heffley.
Anton, that's right. He, like last time I saw him, I mean, every time I saw him, he just comes with like a whole Ziploc bag of joints.
Yeah,
he's got like 20 joints. He's like, "What's
up,
guys?
Man.
Yeah, he just smokes a ton and just fucking.
I'll plug his place if you don't mind. He owns a place up in Ukiah called Revolution Emporium.
Hell yeah.
Does very well. And actually Jason Bittner from Shadows Fall and Overkill and every other band he's ever been in is a part owner with Mike from Flotsam Jetsam, also part owner of that club. So yeah, they do well. And then I got the opportunity when I was about 15 to go to the Eastman School of Music and take a couple lessons from Dave Mancini Jr. and one from Steve Gadd himself.
Oh damn!
Wow.
And he played that shuffle for me the day of that lesson, and I'll never forget it.
God damn! Sorry.
Hell yeah!
We need the drummers in here, man. It's like,
dude, it's all good. They'll be in here.
We're like, what's a rototom, dude?
So like RoboCop, dude.
It doesn't matter.
Roto with a T though.
The reason Sick Drummer started even was because I was a computer dork, and I was always building computers and websites with pen and paper before CMSs were around, and I was buying and selling domain names for fun. And one day I just came across the domain name sickdrummer.com and I just bought it. I'm like, holy shit, that's cool. And about a month later, I had a website built and I had my first interview up with Braun Daler. It was right back here
yeah.
on my.
Yeah,
on my
I love
little-
Braun.
I can't. His face is getting blocked by my. There he is.
There he is.
And I also, so Braun went to my high school, right? I've known him
Cool.
for a long time. I was a senior, he was a freshman with my sister. And Tim Young, I've known him since he was about 14. His parents used to bring him to shows and drop him off and pick him up. And Dave Colross, of course, I've known since I was 18 and a half-ish, 19. And those three guys were the reason that I bought that domain name and built the website and the reason all this exists.
Wow.
Hell yeah. That's fucking rad, dude.
Yeah, Mike Gilbert. I love fish too, brother. When you make acid in a house like that, there's a byproduct and that becomes a powder that floats through the air that you can't see. But
Whoa.
you get up in the morning and you lick your teeth or something before you go to brush your teeth or whatever, tripping.
Whoa.
Just like it's just
Every
like
day.
Yeah. Just take it and all of a sudden someone appears. You're just like, what the fuck is going on? Oh,
Yeah.
Hey, just someone appeared. Oh, nice. I see what you did there.
we finally got a drummer on here.
The professor's here, dude.
Thank you.
What's up?
Just kidding. This has been fun without you. But it's be better now.
Do we got there he is.
Tell me about taking acid. Or getting high without taking acid, I guess. I was just catching
yeah,
on to that.
dude. The byproduct. You're saying the byproduct is in the air,
The
and
byproduct when Ken Kesey and the Dead lived together in San Francisco in the Haight-Ashbury district years ago, after they moved out of the apartment above Ben and Jerry's, they had a house down the way, and Ken would make acid in the basement, and the byproduct of making acid produces a thin vapor or powder, if you will. So when you're sleeping, no matter where you are in the house, it just spreads around, and you get up in the morning and lick your fucking teeth, and 20 minutes later you are tripped out. Like,
so you just can't not be high if you stay in the house where the acid's made, dude.
pretty much. That didn't last very long. They got busted and shut down.
Well,
Yeah.
like a trippy meth lab.
Yeah.
Sorry. Just kidding.
But me and my buddies used to, in my senior year, we would skip school and just drop acid and go to the Six Flags and ride roller coasters all day, man.
Hell yeah.
You've been consistently interviewing drummers for how long? So you started in what year?
2006.
Okay. And then you kind of like started. So talk about building the team. How did you start building the other people to start filming and getting you ready for more content and stuff like that?
Well, for a while it was me, and then when I was like 2 years into it, I decided to start a drum contest called Blast Off, and I chose Denver because it was kind of central, if you will. There was a lot of people that had interest in it, and I rented a venue out, and I got some judges. John Merriman was one of the judges from Cephalic.
Fuck yeah.
And JP Damron from Clinging to the Trees of a Forest Fire, Eric Park from Devourment. We all got out to Denver, and I had like 30 people from around the country come and play for cash and prizes that I had raised through sponsors, and that's really how that, from 2006, before the magazine, when I was in Denver doing that competition, I went to a barbecue at John Merriman's house afterwards, and a guy showed up named Andon, he was a drummer for a band called Enemy Rain that used to have Sherwood from Skinless on vocals. And I met him at Merriman's house, and he's a graphic designer who I work for now. I still work for him. I'm his project manager for the company I work for in Denver. It's his.
Oh, rad.
He's the guy that designed all these covers behind me here.
Nice.
Okay.
And that's the night we came up with the idea of taking sickdrummer.com and going to sickdrummermagazine.com and putting out a digital magazine. That idea was born in John Merriman's fucking kitchen.
Nice. Nice.
People just started approaching me, and when I met Anton, the guy with the satchels, that's when it really took off, and he just jumped all in with me and started doing all kinds of crazy video recordings and live recordings, more content, more this, more that. And then I had friends that helped out, and I had people who wanted to contribute, and I had people that wanted to sell me articles and sell me photographs, but there was so much content that started flooding in because there was nothing like it, I really didn't have to, worry about a typical staff. It was all people, and all the drummers that I started to know like became contributors, like Roddy and Reinert and all these Colross and all these guys just started submitting lessons and videos and everything else, and that became the content. And it was great because it was from them, which gave a lot more, a lot more. What's the word? I guess respect to the magazine, even before it became as big as it is now. And then just over the years, it's been some people move on, more people come in. Some people move on, more people come in. And I definitely want to say thanks to everyone who's ever helped us in any way, shape, or form. It's incredible how fast it grew. And what's crazy is in the last 3-4 years, I've kind of slowed down on it as far as issues go behind me. But the goal of any brand is for it to grow on its own. And that's where Sick Drummer Magazine is now. I could literally not touch it and it would still grow every month.
Yeah.
And it just happens to work out great now because we have tons of content coming in. I get guys like Steve Shalady and on tour, like, hey, do you want some footage? I'm like, yes, sir. Of course I do.
Yeah.
And I just get it all sent to me now. And with the way it went from what it is then to how it is now, and phones and everything else being crazy better, the content's a lot better. Therefore, it's growing faster. That's one of the reasons behind
And
why
it's
I could not touch it.
it's a somewhat of a household name for guys who have been around for long enough to really, go out and search through the caverns of all different realms of death metal. You'll find Sick Drummer eventually. It's bound to happen if you dig deep enough.
And it's
And
always
it's not
there.
even that deep you have
know?
to dig. It's just gonna. I'm just saying, if you continue to dig, you're gonna run into it.
Joseph, you weren't here when I said this earlier, and I hate to repeat for the guys that are on here, but Joseph, Dave Colross's son is in chat.
Oh, yeah.
Dave and I were really good friends. We still are, but we don't talk a lot anymore, but here and there. But he found a DVD way back too. John Merriman also helped back in those early days, and bands like, Whitechapel, Cannibal Corpse, Acacia Strain, Goat Whore, pretty much anyone that was on the Metal Blade 25th anniversary tour really was a good jumping point. But Colross found an old DVD with loads of old material from overseas, from Malevolent Creation and Hate Plow, and he gave it to me, and I ripped it to digital, and I started posting those up, and that was all during the time of the first wave of people noticing, oh, well, this is cool. There's a lot of crazy videos on here. Then it just took off from there, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
I have a question for you about NAMM real quick. Do you think it's going to be the same thing? A lot of people are saying it's going to start going.
You got super loud.
Your audio just went like,
yeah, shut up, dude.
she just leaves.
Get out of here, man.
Joel's gone. Well,
how is he gone? And we're still on.
What was he saying?
It was so aggressive. I couldn't pay attention to the
How
words.
is he gone? And we're
I
still
totally wasn't
streaming.
focusing on the question at all. It's the audio for sure.
So, speaking of NAMM,
I'll wait till he comes back.
why isn't he popping back in? He's being a little bitch right now, dude.
Yeah, he's now typing. I'm illiterate, so I can't. No, NAMM. I hope it's the same someday, but I highly doubt it. That's the sad truth. And let's not forget how many companies are not just from the U.S. that go to NAMM. I mean,
Totally.
You got half of NAMM is from Asia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or Germany, or
Sweden
Poland,
and
or wherever.
Poland. Yeah.
Anthony, you could walk around one row and go maybe 60 feet and see, like, oh, there's George Benson. Holy shit, there's dude from Carcass, Dan, and there's my god, is that Paul Stanley or I fucking
just walking around.
I saw
Walking
Stevie
around.
Wonder, man. I fucking saw Stevie Wonder playing drums on a kit randomly
What
one
the
day.
fuck?
at
That's
NAMM.
fucking dope.
I had
That's
just
fuck.
seen George Benson, then I saw Stevie Wonder, and then I walked down. There's Kerry King, and
Wow.
What was Stevie Wonder playing on the drums? It was like Superstition.
it was Superstition, and he had a fucking presidential bodyguard unit. Dude. People
He'll
were trying to
take me
get
as
their
a date,
cameras up,
dude.
and the security's all like, no, just jump.
Fucking so cool.
Like Dave Mustaine's got a security fleet like that, and
That's so funny,
dude.
Security.
Stevie
freak.
Wonder's security. He had like 20 guys around him.
I'm gonna find that company that those jerseys are made from and just get a Meshuggah, like a Murray Meshuggah one.
I got a link.
Meshuggah, dude.
Meshuggah.
Meshuggah, dude.
I got a link. I know where those shirts are made.
Yeah, I saw it came up one time on my ads one time, like, or on my cookies or
It
whatever on
is
Facebook.
now frozen in time, guys. Meshuggah
Meshuggah.
is
You're
coming
fucked,
soon,
dude.
dude.
That's how I'm going to say it after 8 more beers. Anyway, so
Hell yeah. What would you say are like the big kind of like milestones in Sick Drummers?
some of the biggest milestones would have been, the blast off drum competition we did in Denver back in 2008, and then the 2011 drum camp in California, where I had 30 people from around the world come and play and sit and learn from 7 of the best drummers at the time for a week. Which was a huge milestone, and that really grew the brand exponentially.
I wanted to go to that so bad, but
Oh, thank you, man.
I wasn't in California at the time, but yeah.
There was a guy from Germany. There was a guy from India. There was a guy from Australia, Todd Hansen from Australia, from King Parrot. And then the instructors, Sean and Gene and Tim and Dirk and Derek and Gus. And campers came, 30 campers from 13 different countries, and these guys got to sit and have lunch with all these guys. You know what I mean? These are just regular druids and drummers, and they got to sit and tell stories with and eat with and, just party with these drummers for a week. And me and Anton had, a room in this house. So all the instructors and Anton and I and Dave Lozano was the drum tech for it with a guy named Dane Cooks. We all had a house that we stayed in. Then there was like this huge barrack building, and then there was a whole venue building on this one property. It's a really weird property. It's called Isis Oasis, and it's like, an earthly kind of spiritual place for people that go do yoga and all this stuff. But the fucking place is in the middle of nowhere, and it's really nice. I mean, and it was so affordable. But that camp turned out awesome. I wish I could have done another one, but it wasn't in the cards.
It's like kind of a badge of honor for the drummers.
It was for me just this year, yeah.
Yeah, and I totally
It's humbling,
understand
to
that.
say the least, man, and that's what's happening.
If you're a drummer and have a video or multiple videos on Sick Drummer, then that's the badge of honor, a patch that you get to throw on your vest, dude.
I appreciate that, and I hate to even talk about it because I don't want to sound like I'm blowing myself or conceited.
Well, we're blowing you, dude.
But yeah.
So that's the vein that you hit, dude. It's like showing the world as much of this type of drumming that you can possibly show, Yeah, and that's where the badge of honor comes, because the drummers are like, oh, well, look at all these other drummers. I want to be up there too, and that's where you get the phone calls like, oh, dude, or emails. Put my shit up there, please. Literally turn my brain upside down in my skull.
Yeah.
Like my brainstem detaches, my brain fully does 180 up.
Your body starts losing
My
oxygen.
third eye starts looking at my insides of my body versus the universe, and I'm like,
That
what the
record's
fuck is going on right now?
The first time I heard Cryptopsy, it was None So Vile, and I heard it in Dave Colross's living room. There's a story for you, kid.
Hell yeah.
Wow, shit.
What about when Casey was featured on Sick Drummer back in the day?
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, I
don't even have that locked and
once.
loaded. I probably should have locked and loaded that one.
No, don't put that on.
It was more
I
than
know.
once.
Casey was so nervous.
The first
Yeah.
time was like 2006 or 7 at the arcade in Rochester.
Yeah, that's what it was, right? That was the one.
Fucking legendary shit, dude.
Yeah,
Oh my
man.
God.
Standing right there with a bullshit. You know what's fucked up? Oh my God.
Casey was just like, dude, he's gonna film me. I'm down, but like I'm like nervous now. I don't know what's going. Like he's like, I'm like, get it. Like there's a guy standing behind you, going like this is the camera. And you've never had that before. I was like, shit, what's going on, dude?
Dude, that condemned to nothingness is just insane.
No way.
Oh my
That's the
god.
camera I filmed you with.
Oh,
Talk
shit.
boy?
What the fuck,
It's
dude?
still in my office, dude.
Damn.
Kind of
Is
a
it
pack rat.
Is it like
So you filmed Casey yourself?
Yeah.
with that
I
camera.
stood behind him, behind the rack, the cabinet. I think it was a guitar cabinet because I didn't want to stand by. Well, no, whoever was to Casey's left probably would have been bass.
The reality of it, though, that we got a show here. Two of the hosts are drummers, and they are both a part of that project. Over the they've come in through the amount of time that's been a project.
Don't you play drums too, Anthony?
Oh yeah,
yeah,
dude. I was in a band called Haya. You know,
You could do "Wish You Were Here," right? On drums.
About 2 weeks ago, Gus Rios called me. He's like, "You still own Six Strings magazine?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Let's make it run." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that's in the works, kinda. Number 2, check out the At the Gates footage we just did in Philadelphia a couple months ago, and you'll see that what my dude did with a cell phone on a gimbal,
Okay.
and see how he handled the guitar. And 3, you can mount a GoPro on the stock, so it really doesn't matter.
That's what I was thinking too.
So you take those 3 things and duplicate what I've done with Sick Drummer with 6 strings, and I think it would grow faster than the drummer one because there's probably fucking 10 guitar players for every drummer, and so that's why.
There is for sure. There is for
guitar
sure.
or bass, not just one or the other.
Just get a drone that like follows the guitar.
I've asked about drones, dude. I've tried to hire and fill. I tried to put. You ever seen a drummer that totally blew your mind? Like they became part of the kit, Casey?
Oh yeah, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
So for me, I mean, like in different ways, other styles of music, different drummers and stuff. But like when I saw Derek Roddy play with Hate Eternal, like in 2000, that first tour from Conquering the Throne, and it was just all Conquering the Throne stuff. Like, and I was like 17, and I was just like, what the fuck? Like when I saw Roddy play.
That's a good call right there.
Yeah.
It's just a next level. I mean, what's that drummer you guys always say is the best? What's his name?
There's too many, man.
Vinny Caliuta.
Caliuta. Like
Caliuta, dude.
But I mean, it's like
Caliuta.
there's other drummers that like might be better for certain jobs, you know, like specialty drummers. So like if you're gonna put out like a brutal death metal album, like I could choose Vinny Caliuta, but I might get like like George Calais or Tim Young or Derek Roddy or like
makes way more sense.
Classic.
Fuck this. I have to leave. This is like blasphemy. like it was insane, dude.
I'll say another dude that totally is.
I know you just want your own kid to play death metal with you. That's why
I'm trying to get my own Lil A, dude.
Yeah. God damn it, dude. Just
sorry to interrupt there. It just came to me like, dude.
No, let it out, man.
His single foot is sick.
Sweet.
Yeah, I don't think it's much of a thing nowadays, right?
We talk about it too much already, but yeah.
I just think what everybody's comfortable doing, that's fine with me, man. You know?
Yeah.
If you have a split second, like a fraction of a second to hit a cymbal, it's got to be closest as possible.
You're all
Yeah.
There's just one part. Why we bring that up? I forget the first question about it. Why we even started talking about the arrangement of the sticks.
Welcome to being on the Cali Death
podcast.
Someone in the chat will tell us. But,
chat, can you tell us what we were talking about?
That is so funny.
Yeah.
I
was going to say, like,
Casey or
yes,
Joseph have that issue?
No, I never play with vocals in my monitors. No,
really?
Always follow the click in the guitars. Yeah.
Like I said, most other people are opposite. What about you, Casey?
Vocals in the monitors?
Do you need vocals to record better? Is the question really?
No.
Wow.
That's trippy.
Or like joke books and shit like that. I always had joke books stashed in the bathroom, dude. Like just I can't remember the specific types of jokes, but you know what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, I'm still on the interview with these fucking assholes. I'll be in bed in a minute. Oh, hey guys.
I wish that was like on accident. That'd be the best catch. I know it was on purpose though.
Yeah. Cheers.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah, well, fuck yeah, man. I mean, super stoked you came on, especially with like the pedigree that you have as far as you know, a sick drummer. We've known about that since we were touring. We're like, oh shit, we've known about you since, what was that, 12, 13 years ago, like 14 years ago, like insane. Like to have you still doing it and stuff is so cool. And I hope that like you find ways to keep progressing the brand and like have
I'm gonna
cool.
send you some footage for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Just kicking me out.
since I'm the wrong fit.
Yeah, no, we're not kicking you out, dude.
No, I'm not. I mean, you had your wife going like, "Are you coming to bed yet?"
Dude,
That was kind of a cue.
I was kidding.
Was that a free? Was that like a play you just did in the background? That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, I stood behind the scrim and I was like, "Hey, honey, I'll be right there." I'm still talking to these assholes. And then I came around the corner, man. That was
Dude, I thought we already
for it.
knew that was a joke, Joel. We already knew that was a joke.
No, I got it.
You know the joke, not me.
Can we watch the Casey video, please?
No.
Come on.
Yeah,
Come
dude,
on.
let's watch it, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Come on.
Perfect. I'll go to the bathroom while you.
Nah, dude, you watch it with us and tell us everything.
Dude, Casey, by the way, you're
man.
shredding on it.
Tell us how
you're so critical of yourself that you're like,
Tell us what you're
no one's ever done on
thinking.
drums.
It was like half of Casey.
Tell us what you had for dinner right before. Tell us everything.
It's like making ridiculous faces. I don't know what I was. It's so dorky.
You were just like, but anyway.
Those little pink butterfly scissors are really tough to work with that tiny little metal edge on them.
As a kid, I would be super bummed like doing art projects, like cutting the paper. Mine would be all like jagged, like everyone like have the straight ones. I'm like, God fucking damn it, dude.
Hey, crooked kids here.
All right, so here we go. This is
Yes.
here we go.
Oh my god, that's
Down.
I don't know how big this is gonna be.
Oh, god damn it.
Look at that sick ass logo
All right,
from way back then. Colin Ramirez.
Jesus Christ.
I enjoy that very much, and I'm glad that it did make its mark and that it can reverberate into the future, you know?
Yeah.
Because they're really, it's just the egg, the seed and the egg that was right there. I don't even know if everybody even knows that Rochester, New York even exists, you know? And
I'm trying to shit on Rochester, dude.
what? we've all played shows in Rochester.
Me?
Yeah. So to support Sick Drummer right now, just keep watching the videos and keep sharing the videos, and that's really it. That's it right now. That's all you can do, and I appreciate every single one of you.
Dude, we appreciate you, dude. I mean, we've all
or some physical copies. You have to use the promo code inertia.
Dude, that's so wrong. There's an I. That was me going off right.
I wonder what you were laughing at there, Joel.
Now, in hindsight, I'm like, okay, so maybe it starts with an I.
I haven't been watching the chat. That's hilarious, Dave.
Dude, I almost like want that to be on a shirt, dude. Just like Cali does.
Dude, we should start a new band.
But yeah.
No,
I
dude.
mean, before like we even toured, we were just like, oh, Sick Drummer. Like we knew Sick Drummer, you were still going. No, I'm doing the same thing over again.
Yeah, several times.
All
right. No, dude, he's a runner, dude. All right.
That's hilarious.
No, dude, Ian, we had a fucking blast tonight, dude. We had a great time. Literally. The fact that we could be 3 hours into this
excellent episode.
Yeah, I was really nervous about it going 3 hours. I didn't think it would, but it's just been really fun.
Dude, Ian, we were talking about a pre-pod, dude. It's just we go with the flow, dude. You just run with it, dude. And that's what we did, and here we are. Swap to the other side of your chest. All right. Love you guys. We will see you next week.
Like you do, man. Hell yeah.
Yeah.